Right. I just want to give you a word of warning, because I know there are some people out there who are into off-road machines and building stuff, and also are into fucking RC cars. My one's down there, it hasn't got an engine at the moment. I'm doing some work on it. If you ever run out of fuel for it, and you just want to go out for a ride, you know, just general kind of riding around, yeah, oh, that model fuel is alright, it's pre-mixed, it's got the oil in already, stick some of that in, it'll be fine. Don't. Whatever you do, don't. I just tried doing that to this, just because I ran out of fuel. Just chucked some in it, tried to run it. Once it did start, after a couple of hundred pulls, it did run. It ran quite well. It ran too well. And it more or less took off on me. I wasn't actually riding it, it was in here, I was testing the engine out. So I just put the brakes on it and I'd realigned these sprockets. Not that it actually did anything, because it came straight off. But anyway, yeah, just trying to get, it was idling nice. Just gave it a little bit of throttle, just like this. It wasn't even much, it was a tiny little bit of throttle. The engine started to speed up a lot quicker than usual, so I let go. It didn't stop speeding up, it just kept going. So then kind of started to panic a little bit. I wasn't actually sitting on this at the time, thank God. I was just standing right where I am now, looking down at it now. And kind of started to shit myself a lot, trying to figure out what I should do to turn this off. So what I normally do to turn this thing off, because it hasn't got the kill wire in it at the moment, but I do need to do that, was take spark plug off. And this engine kind of became like the diesel effect and wouldn't turn off. The spark plug in there was hot. It was hot enough to run like the little model engine that's up there. This camera doesn't have zoom, so yeah, it's sped up like that. And it was running hot enough in the cylinder for it to actually ignite. Got up to a super high RPM. Of course, this was at idle. After when it stopped, I was checking this to make sure it wasn't seized up, and it was fine, it never stopped. And so once I did manage to get it turned off by blocking my whole just blocking this with my hand, just like that, cut it off, and I wasn't going to try and do that again. The first thing I did, once it stopped, drained all the shit out of that carb, everything, took it, wiped it out of my t-shirt, make sure it was perfectly clean in there, so when I do fill it up with fuel, because it's my redneck fuel system, only because the fuel tap's leaking, and right around the top of here, it's just spread open a little bit with a rubber stretch, and that's what's making it leak. Yeah, so that's a word of warning. Never ever run your engine off of model fuel. You will regret it. But in fact, if you're sitting on it and you've just started it, standing next to it, you started it, it's idling nice, you sit on it, rev it a little bit, and then it takes off on you. But in fact, if that had happened to me when I was outside, I would have been pretty much screwed putting my brakes on. But in fact, the disc I just welded on was all come unwelded, but yeah, that's a word of warning. Never ever run your engine on model fuel. Be careful.